All right, that might be it this time. Yeah, my live chat's there this time. Don't know what happened there. Thing just loves to be a pain, so it does. Always got to do everything the hard way. Right, I love how it works perfectly last night, but tonight, nope. Not playing. Right, I think that's it now. Yeah, the live chat window's there this time. That should be everything fine now. Got no clue. Somebody want to try writing something into the live chat just to see if it works. Ah, there we go. Aye, DJ. What happened? I pulled my microphone out again. I pulled the mic out, and for some reason, when I reattached it, it didn't work, and there's no option to actually um, reactivate the microphone. So if I pull the microphone out, the whole stream is screwed. So I now know to stay a safe distance from this microphone wire. Because if I pull the microphone out, I need to restart the whole stream for some strange reason. And then when I restarted it a second ago, for some reason, the live chat wasn't there. I don't know why, so I had to restart it again. I'm not used to doing the live YouTube live, so it's just getting used to it. You know, it's just things like that. I need another Paul Heyman. I need one that's playable. So yeah, I pulled the microphone out. Sorry. Just another one of those little things. I was going to do this over Twitch, but I barely use Twitch. The last few times I've actually done anything on Twitch, the actual picture in that's been terrible. Don't know why. It's been really, really bad. Oh, Logan Paul. I hope someone beats the shit out of him. I need playable Paul Heyman. There we go. What the hell is he wearing? Right. Right, everything seems to be running smoothly again. God, I've only got 2 downloads available. Right, I'll need to be very smart. If I do any downloads, I only have 2. I love how much quicker this loads up compared to what it was like before. Right. So we'll transfer that one later. So that's actually, I'm probably better off just doing that than now, aren't I? Because it means I can at least delete it then. So playable Paul Heyman. Yeah, so that's a tire. And that's a manager slot. So we can go to this one and we'll import the long coat. Yeah, you can get rid of whatever that attire is. Don't know what somebody was doing there. To be fair, that kind of suits because it looks like the big fasten bit. Yeah, someone said that if you cancel a download, you get one back. But when I tried it, it didn't work. We'll try it. I'm bound to need to do another download at some point in the next hour or so. So when it comes to it, I'll try it. We'll see what happens. Right. Well, we obviously need Paul Heyman. That's kind of a main part of everything. Now, the playable version, you won't be able to have that coat on him. Yeah, I'll take the coat away. That's why in the other universe I had to put a smaller leather jacket on him because it was the only thing that I could. Ooh. Right. So the jacket needs to be that smaller leather one. That was what I put on him before, which I think that was in one of these bits. Yeah, I think it was just one of them I put on him. Yeah, I think it was just that one. It's the best I can do. What's ECW without Mr. Heyman at the helm? Right. Well, that's at least Polly done. I can delete that other one. Paul Heenan. That's a perfect combo for a manager, by the way. Heenan and Heyman. No, not as an alternative attire, because that makes him a manager. Nah, his image needs to be the long coat. There you go. Oh, even I just want to get this universe started. I just want to start making the videos, but oh, so much crap to do. I'm hoping to God I get it all done and I can get Big Bang up for next Sunday. I really do hope I can have it all thingied and hopefully get that made. Time will tell. Worst case scenario, it'll be the following Sunday. It'll definitely be ready by then. But fingers crossed, can get it all done, get it all made, and get it up and running. Right, so we can delete this one. That's another space freed. Eddie. Right, Eddie. Yep, the tile's pretty much. Yep, Latino Heat. That's actually a WCW attire he's wearing there. The half and half was a WCW one. And oh, the Latino Heat logo didn't. Right, so he'll not be wearing the Latino Heat t-shirt. To be fair, that t-shirt was from 2000. He wasn't wearing that t-shirt in 2001. So that's not actually a huge loss, to be honest. All right, so we can't change the actual logo. We can only change the actual color. Although he did wear other colors. I mean, he wore the red one, didn't he? So just stick that there, and it's another attire. Right, and we'll need to delete the Latino Heat t-shirt because the logo has not downloaded properly. It's something that happens sometimes, unfortunately. It turns out that Molly Holly, I downloaded the actual face that was on it, didn't download, so it just looked a bit stupid. All right, Eddie Guerrero. Actually, I think you were a heel at the time. Oh, forgot to mute my phone. Need to mute my phone just in the odd chance. Starts ringing. YouTube picks up the song that plays and end up getting the copyright put on the video. Oh, man. So what about all of you? Well, there's only a few E's in this one. I didn't expect as much as last night because obviously it's earlier. But WCW Big Bang, WWF without the invasion angle, ECW continuing. Is there a certain universe or show you're looking forward to? Or which one you're kind of most intrigued by? Like for the future? Which one do you think will be more entertaining? I say I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to doing all of them. I'm looking forward to ECW and WCW because I think they'll be quite interesting. The Big Bang's definitely going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to ECW because we're going to be obviously using OVW guys as well, which I find quite interesting too. I think that'll be quite fun. Just kind of using Leviathan and shit like that. I think that'll be quite funny. So what's that? A green and a blue we've got there. Well, I know for a fact the SmackDown episode, he has purple on in that. As I said, I'm keeping it very realistic. I'm going to even try and do their attires accurate. We'll definitely get the OVW guys in. I'm definitely looking forward to doing that and building them up. And then when do they get called to the main roster, kind of thing. But now it'll be interesting to put together. I actually think that would have been a great idea to do in real life. It would just have been, what NXT was. Yeah, even Paul Heyman admitted back when they, Big Bang is going to be what starts it. Yep, John Cena, the prototype. Yes, the prototype, 100%. Oh, wait, I don't need to change the name because that one's, you can just copy over and use the actual guy. Yep, the prototype. Might even call him the prototype John Cena because the name prototype was just pretty bad. And I can imagine Paul Heyman straight away would have changed that. John Cena was actually OVW tag team champion with Rico. John Cena and Rico were a tag team. They were called the Bolin something. Oh, blanked it. Bolin. Oh, I can't remember. I have crew in my head, but that's not right because Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar, they were the Minnesota stretching crew. That was their team name. There we go. Eli Skipper, technically, at the time, was tag team cruiserweight the cruiserweight tag team champion with Kid Romeo. That's pretty much his attire there, I think. Seems accurate enough. Although sometimes you need to click on. Yep, the face is there. That's fine. Right. Eli Skipper. Remember him in early days of TNA. Jim Cornette. You've got to think, where would they fit in? Realistically, because he did work with OVW. But do you really see Jim Cornette and Paul Heyman working together at ECW? Can you imagine Jim Cornette, the guy who hates hardcore wrestling, working at ECW? Good God, that would him and Heyman would not get along. Oh man, they would not get along. He was a huge part of OVW. So, yeah, Jim Cornette being interesting to see where he would go. To be fair, we've ran out of cost bases. We've used all 100. I think there's only 1 or 2 spots available. So, going to have to be very smart with who gets used. I will admit, over time, I do, because Bischoff always admitted he would love to, back in like 98, 99, he would love to have drafted rosters and had Thunder and Nitro be different shows. And obviously WWE done it, or WWF done it. And when they done it, it was obviously because of the size of their roster. That was the only reason. Plus to create competition within themselves. I do like the idea of having separate rosters on each shows, and then that makes all 5 shows in a week different. Just need to get rid of the... No, wait, you don't get rid of the... Is it in there? Yeah, there it is. Just need to get rid of the ink. But I would like the idea of doing that eventually. Although, God, that would make pay-per-views a nightmare. I do love the fact, as I said in the other bit, that Bischoff firmly believes he was going to be able to sign all the big guys back. And I'm like, no chance. Scott Hall was a mess. Hulk Hogan would 100% want all of his money from Time Warner before going to WCW. And I'm sure he would go to WCW because Bischoff would give him everything he wants. He would give him 20% of the entire company, and he would give him gate money and all that. He would get, I mean, I don't know if any of you have seen it. You Google it, Hulk Hogan's WCW contract. It literally got leaked. You can see it. Hogan would have tore it apart. You saw what happened in TNA. Hogan would have tore it apart for every penny it had. It's just the wrestling version of Donald Trump. That's pretty much all he is. Francine, shit face herself. There's not really much we can do with that. I think we're just going to be fair, the ECW I watched last night, her face wasn't looking too clever in that either. A big lump of shit in it might have made it look better. Grandmaster Sexy. Don't know why I said that like Sean Connery there, but well, there's one thing I know can be changed with him, and that's the jacket. Because the jacket was sleeveless that he ended up wearing. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, he ended up with a kind of sleeveless jacket. So that kind of works more for him. See, the logos have disappeared off the side. Yeah, see, that there, that's supposed to be a logo there, and it's not there. That's a little bit closer to what it was like. Every little helps. Oh, God. I actually saw clips of his old Tennessee days when he worked there. He was a top world champion heel. Like a really good heel. I actually think Vince McMahon missed a fair enough. He was never going to be WWF champion, but he definitely missed a chance to make him a good mid card bad guy. And he was a very good wrestler. Just Vince McMahon doing what he does. Right, so that was Grandmaster Sexy. We're getting through them a bit better. Hardcore Holly's fine. That's actually not a bad Hugh Morris, I've got to say. Good old build him up. Everyone has their own first family. Don't know what that means. I was never a big fan of him, although to be fair, that was his other gimmicks, wasn't it? Is it there? Is he about to be a Dudley boy? Well, he's got a few attires anyway. Hugh Morris was strangely enough getting built up by WCW. When he came out of WWE, man, he got buried, although every WCW guy got buried. That was the rules. They must all look like crap. The most successful guys in the invasion angle on the WCW side were literally the ones that turned, from WWF. They were the only ones that actually got belts, Dudley Boys, Christian, Stone Cold. Hell, even Test, Kurt Angle. Although Kurt Angle's was all a ruse. Oh, God. Yeah, actually getting through these a bit better here. I firmly believe Booker T was buried in the invasion angle. The Rock came in, took his belt off of him, took his belt. Booker T got pushed into the mid card, ended up in a tag team with Test, and it was about 5-6 years before he was world champion again. So Booker T was put down. Not as bad as everyone else. He was definitely the most successful out of them all. What was Jamie Noble wearing in WCW? Google to the rescue. Google, I need you. I don't think he was wearing the jean shorts. Helps if I actually spell his name right. Good God. Jamie Noble, WCW. Get an actual image of him in WCW, that would help. God, did not know Jamie Noble was Ring of Honor champion. No, he seemed to have tights in his early days. God, I forgot he was in a tag team with Kid Cash as well. So Jamie Noble. Looks like he was, yeah. Yeah, he wore little tights and panties. Oh no, they tights are for later on. I can't tell what's WCW and what's just years later. And just give me a WCW picture for God's sake. Apologies that you're just staring at the screen right now while I scroll through Google trying to find an actual WCW image right now, which is bloody impossible. If I knew a show, I'd go on the network and find it. Yeah, see that as well. Is that WCW? Right, which one of these is Jamie Noble? That might help. That him there? Yeah, he's got blue tights on. Right, that's fine. That gives us a rough concept, at least. Right, so he had the blue tights on. I'm not gonna lie, in a tag team with Air. Who's that? Pardon me, I have no clue who that is. Was that a tag team? I do not know anything about AJ Styles' actual WCW days. Who's in a tag team? I was just going to bring him in and do a kind of match on the Big Bang of like wrestlers of the future. You know, stick Styles and Daniels and whoever else, Chris Harris, you know, stuff like that in it. Oh God, man, his face. Oh no, not him as well. Noble, your face is gubbed. All right, I might need to look at that. But because we don't have the cruiserweight tag titles, don't know how many. Nah, for 3 weeks. Yeah, until the company shut down, probably. Oh, I think I might just live. We need to get a zoom in on Jamie Noble's face here. Is it wrong that I just don't care? No offense to Jamie Noble, but he's not exactly as big of a star as ones. Although he did have a lot of hype with it. That one hairdo. Why does it need to be a balding hairdo? I think I might just live with the Jamie Noble one. Right. Well, he has wrestling tights in WCW. Again, I need blue with some. I need blue with some kind of logo on the side. This way you can just use guys that are modern today. Oh, that's Undertaker, so we can't use that. Just a pair of tights where, right, that's been used. Because all it was, you just had blue tights with a, let me double check, I've still got it here, with a kind of, oh, it's like a cross on the side. Right. All right, so a cross, I mean, it's pretty much just the equivalent of Test. You could probably just steal Test's attire and use that. Just change it to tights instead. Da 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 dum. Right, give me a sec. If I do this and go to images, because there's not a cross logo in here as well. It literally is just a cross. It's just a cross that's on the side of it. So I mean, if we could just stick a cross on it, that would do. I don't really want to use like Test's logo or anything like that. I'd rather use just something out of here. So I mean, I realistically could just put that on it. It's close enough to what he actually has. That is just a cross on the side of his attire. Now, colour pattern looked, images are, alright, so the cross itself looks white, but with a kind of blackish bluish outline on it. So that would be white. It's gone. And outline. Well, the tights are blue, so we don't want to use that. We could do it that way. What if we actually made these blue first? Let's see if we can just put this together. If I can just get a mock-up design, right, put this here. Try and see if I can make the other side the same size. That is nowhere near the same size. What the hell did I do there? Right. And to the other side. Bum, 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 bum. It's not exactly the most fancy attire, though. He doesn't seem to be wearing the most fancy attire at this point in time either, so just one of those things. Right, Noble. That seems to be your basic attire from WCW. You weren't wearing knee pads. You had knee pads on underneath, though. Do we have a pair here that has the knee pads underneath? Come on, this should be a simple one. Nice and easy and quick. Oh, yeah, see, that looks better. That's more what the attire he's got on. Yeah, and he's got the knee pads underneath with the black boots. Wrist tape, elbow pads. Oakley dokley. Doesn't look like he was wearing a flannel at the time. All right. Nope, damn it. That basic stuff. And Jamie Noble. I'd probably do better bringing those crosses down a bit, actually. They're right on the... let's just bring you down a bit. Let's put you there. Not the fanciest attire in the world, but it's the closest I can get to what he's actually wearing. There you go, Mr. Noble. Actually, first things first, I'll just file that over there. It's always good just to keep the other attire there in case we change her. To be fair, see back in the day, I loved his trailer trash gimmick. I thought it was hilarious. Him and Nydia. That was dead funny. Presentation name, Jay? What can you not get? Jamie must be in it. Come on. Wow. Okay. Jackie, Jamie, Jamie, and James. Can we get James Noble? That would work. Quite surprised Jamie's not in it. It's quite a common enough name. Oh, I went right past it. Norton. No. James Nolan. That's a fucking stead. Oh, God. What would sound better there? James. It's the closest to Jamie. Noble, Nolan, Norton, Nolan, probably. Who cares? It's only when he comes to the ring. Half the time we don't hear it anyway. Oh, God. This is only like part one of it as well. Still got the move sets to do, then still got all the other stuff as well. Just, it's a pain in the ass, but it's got to be done. If I want to make these videos, it's got to be done. To be fair, we're getting through these a lot quicker today than the ones that we did last night. The ones last night were just a lot of editing. Jerry Lynn's fine. Jimmy Yang technically would need to be changed because the cowboy gimmick was a WWE thing. So that does need to be changed up a bit. Trying to remember how he was. I literally watched it the other day. Jimmy Yang. So he was in TNA as well. Oh, he's just wearing blue jeans there. Nope, he's got a... Oh, he was part of a stable in WCW. Oh, yeah, and he was part of that Flying Elvises in TNA. Ugh. Whoever's genius idea that was. All right, he just seems to be kind of... Yeah, that's a simple enough attire. That's not hard to throw together. Actually, I think I know exactly what I'm doing with this one. So we can lose the cowboy hat. Can lose the vest. The WCW Hardcore Championship, I don't know. Bischoff did admit that he wasn't a fan of it. So the fact he admitted that kind of tells you he probably wouldn't have brought it back. But you never know what time holds. Because I mean, the TV title, he got rid of the TV title. I always think the TV title is not a bad one to have. But you should... A TV title, in my opinion, should just be defended every week, you know? Just hot potato the belt, throw it between lower mid-carders, you know, something they can fight over all the time, defend it at every show, defend it on pre-shows, at pay-per-views, you know? It's an easy enough one to just throw about all the time. So I always thought about it anyway. Right, I need the ones. That's what I hate. They all look like jeans. Jeans and suit pants. Just need... That would probably work for the character, actually. Oh, not that dark. Oh, that looks a bit funky, actually. Right, and we just need a logo, which I think it was just a kind of... One of them would maybe do it. It was just a kind of snake or dragon that was on the side of the... You know, just traditional. You're Japanese, we'll just put a dragon on the side of your pants. Everyone knows. I think that one at the top will probably work, actually. It adds a bit of colour to it as well. Stick one of them at either side. Maybe do it the other way, though. Whoop. That's what you need to watch out for, those bits doing that. Oh my god. I can't even make this look good without it going weird. It's all over the place. We'll see if we can get it more to the look on the... Oh, no, that doesn't work. I was hoping it would. Got a bit different. That's when I wish you could just do a copy at the other side as well. That side we'll just have it facing down. Nothing fancy about it. I say I'm just doing the attires that they had at the time, and then as time goes on and superstars start getting built more, we can. See, I hate that when that happens. It's just stupid. You get such a limited space to put something on the side of the guy's stuff without it looking weird. Does it all the time. Gets right in my nerves. Right, sure as hell wasn't wearing cowboy boots. Actually, most likely you would have had. I can actually find them. Big clown shoes, man. That's what they look like. Yeah, I think he'd have been wearing more along the lines of kick pads. That's it. Bischoff said he was going to put a lot of concentration on the cruiserweights, so. Yeah, he definitely had different hair then. If we need to get to the actual short hairs, medium. It's something like that he had, just a kind of wavy hair. These ones are just getting a bit too long. Dum dum dum. That's a bit too perfectly patterned, but it seems to be the closest to the picture that I just looked at. Yeah, they're all too short. God, I lost the one I was just on. Yeah, that'll do. And I do not think he was rocking the tash at the time, which is there no matter what, so who cares? Let me double check that picture again. He was rocking some big sideburns, I'll give him that. Yeah, he had some big sideys, and one of them ended up playing Flying Elvis. He had some chops on the side of his face. Okay, Mr. Yang. There you go. He actually was a very good wrestler as well. He was another one I liked in the cruiserweight division when he came into WWE. Oh, God. So who do people hope's going to be the big push? Are you all hoping for Billy Gunn to get it? Obviously, Godfather's not as big at this point in time, so the Godfather push would be unlikely. I know you all want Funaki Mania, but no. It's not happening. Right, who is next? Yeah, Funaki Mania. It's not going to happen. He's not good enough. It's just that simple. Funaki is not good enough. It's just simple as that. I don't hate him. He's just not good enough. Right, Mercurius is an easy one. We just need to throw some hair on him, transfer the attire from Christian York, and that should be that. Right, sure as hell don't need the... Actually, that's going to be probably a bit easier if I just do that. That gives me the hell. Right, there we go. And now if we import parts... God, his face looks a bit old. Seems to be one of the issues we're getting, trying to get all the young ones. We should be able to just... I sure as hell don't need to give him the same hell, that's for sure. Right, we need to get rid of those. There we go. And he was not rocking the facial hair. God, man, look at the bags under the eyes. That's not good for a young wrestler at 20, 21 years old. Don't get me wrong, I knew fine well the wrestlers wouldn't all look perfect when it came to their faces, but that was just one of those things that I knew was going to happen. But as long as we can get like attires and things to a close point. See, this looks like a more edited face, not an actual face captured on. So can I fix the... Yeah, see, wrinkles. See, I was going to say, if I just delete all these, the face is just going to become bland, isn't it? Yeah, it just becomes a bland, normal face. Still looks more like him, though, than the other bit. There just wasn't any. To be fair, I've actually just noticed that the Mercury looked like he actually did have a face scan on, and the face scan hasn't downloaded. Nah, I'm just going to need to tolerate it. It's the only one that was available. But I had to get Joey Matthews and Christian York because they were very obviously a big part of what Heyman was doing with ECW towards the end. They two were getting pushed in storylines, teaming up with Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer was shouting at them, saying, "Why are you doing this to yourselves? Do you want to be broken down in your 30s like me?" And that was like the storyline he was trying to get through to them, saying, "You are good young talent. I had nowhere near the talent you had at that time. Why are you doing this to yourselves?" So that was like the storyline they were going for. But they said, "We're out to prove it. We don't care." Johnny Swinger, who was teaming up with... Oh, wait, Diamond. That's who I think I need to download. Yeah, that's pretty much him. There's nothing to do there. I don't think he was wearing the big black coat to the ring, though. I watched a match with him last night. He wasn't wearing the big black coat. So I think we can get rid of that. Yeah, so he was teaming up with, in the episode that I watched, he was teaming up with Diamond at the time. And Dawn Marie was managing Diamond, and Johnny Swinger had brought in the managing abilities of the Blue Guy. Johnny Swinger actually in Impact. I thought Johnny Swinger was done. I didn't think he was still going. I watched the odd highlights of Impact. I watched the highlights today because I saw Omega was on it and they had a thing, so I wanted to see what happened with them. I never knew Johnny Swinger was still going. Just incredible, who, of course, a big part of ECW at the time. He was in the heavyweight title picture. I think that's pretty much his two attires, yeah. Actually, I was watching SmackDown from 2001 because I'm kind of watching the shows from that era as I'm going to be making these, just to give me like ideas and things I can do. And Just Incredible is sitting at the announcers table with X Pac and Paul Heyman, and Albert's facing Raven. And as he's Raven's fighting, um, X Pac's like saying Raven's a good wrestler. I won't take that away from him. Paul Heyman just goes, "Yeah, I wish he would get some proper attire like a true wrestler." Then he looks at Justin and just says, "Doesn't that just annoy you, Justin?" And the camera actually shows Just Incredible, and he's just sitting laughing because he obviously used to wrestle in the exact same attire, a t-shirt and jeans. So it was just a wee good joke. Right, we need to fix that. Put that underneath. There we go. No, that doesn't fit in there, period. So Justin it is. Justin Craig. Guessing Incredible's not an option there, obviously. Otherwise, the person would have put it in, I'd imagine. Justin Destructible. Does that work? Just Indestructible. Yeah, I don't know why. I actually do want to hear that, so I'm going to change that to that for a laugh. I actually think he'd went away for the jean shorts by that point as well. I think he was wrestling in the tights in ECW. So Francine is managing him at the time. Although Francine's gimmick is she'll sleep with whoever the world champion is. I might need to be careful what I do with the ECW one. It's very adult orientated. Oh God. Right, back to the Jays. Kane, you're fine. Canyon, you're fine. Why is Conan got a cape on? We don't need the NWO stuff. Well, Conan pretty much did just wrestle in the kind of street gear. So we'll get rid of the cape because that seems a bit just too much. The NWO logo can go. Because he was just kind of street gear. That's what he was wearing at that point. I mean, we could go for the white tank top just to change it up a bit. And no, we don't need the Lakers top. We can just go for that. Yeah, just a different attire, isn't it? Nothing fancy, but I do think Conan would have went back to WCW because there was obviously that issue. If you've listened to Bruce Pritchard's podcast, Conan phoned up to speak to Bruce, but he used his other name. I forget what it is. And he had no clue who that was. I mean, even Conan, that's a guy that should have been brought in for the invasion angle. But he'd have been buried as well. You saw what he'd done to the Psychosis, Juventud, and Super Crazy when they came in. I can only imagine what he'd have done to Conan. Oh, he was a baby face when WCW ended. Right, that's Conan sorted. Actually, I think Conan's a guy that could possibly get pushed towards main event. I think in WCW they might have taken him up a level as well. Because I just don't think Hogan would have taken the payout from Time Warner, and I don't think Kevin Nash would have either. And I think Scott Hall was just so much of a mess, he wouldn't have been worth bringing in. I think Sting would have taken the pay cut to come in, definitely. Conan be great in ECW. He would have fit right in an ECW, just the attitude of it, without a doubt. But I think Sting, 100%, he'd have happily taken the pay cut to get back into WCW. Goldberg would still have cost a fortune. Ric Flair, I don't think Flair would work for Bischoff in his mind at the podcast as well. He was asked about Flair and he said, I know we had problems, but Flair would have came back. I don't think he would have. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. I just don't think he would have. Well, Leviathan, we've done him. Lance Storm, he's fine. We know what that is. It's just the same Lance Storm as before. Little Guido, I believe, is fine. I actually don't even think Goldberg would have taken the payout from Time Warner and went back. It's the honest truth. I just don't think he would have. You're fine. I'm guessing this one's just got a flag on the back of it. No, just FBI. All right, so he's fine. It's hard to put together the roster for a new WCW because you're trying to think. Eric Bischoff had 67 million. WCW was going to cost 60 million. Now, he wasn't going to pay it all up front. He was hoping to do a payoff thing, but I'd imagine he'd have to have paid at least like half of it up front. So you've still got to buy in all your production equipment, your staging. He wanted a new ring. He wanted a 20 by 20 ring like the WWF. And even after that, you've then got to hire out the venue, which would probably be for the next 6 months paid up. It's hard to think he could actually have afforded to pay that kind of money to those wrestlers. But he did admit he wasn't going to be offering guaranteed contracts either, which means when we're making it at any point, WWF, Vince McMahon could have just swooped in and went, here's a guaranteed contract. And Vince would have done it. So that is something I'm taking into consideration. So Mark Jindrak, just a bunch of different colours here. So, yep, he looks fine. Anyone watch that Evolution documentary, Mark Jindrak? And it was showing how he was going to be in Batista's spot, and he actually had a tear in his eye. It's quite sad to see that. Obviously, you think you're going to get your big push, and obviously it doesn't happen. Here's one we need to change. So it's obvious that is quite sad to obviously see, but the way him and Randy Orton, it sounds like they acted like complete kids. It just wasn't going to work. Right, first things first, hair. The mullet was gone. I know, Nash without a mullet. Nash, sorry, awesome. He just had a basic do, not with shaved in bloody sides though. Yeah, just something like that. It was just shaved in, black hair. And the attire. Dum, 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 dum. I'm on the wrong bit, that's why. So that what happened to his attire. Lower body, we can lose the awesome. Another ones he was looking a bit shiny, the ones that he was wearing. So Mike Awesome and Lance Storm on the Big Bang will challenge Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo for the tag team championships. Mike Awesome and Lance Storm were Team Canada. No, I don't think the flag might have been that colour. I think it might have been a darker colour we had on the back of it. Yeah, it was like a darker kind of look. It was nothing fancy. He was rocking 2 elbow pads at that point. Well, Mr. Awesome. As I always say, I'll stick your classic look over there. Who knows how long Team Canada will last. Nah, Mike Awesome will continue with Team Canada. So that will be one of the matches at Big Bang, WCW Tag Team Championship. So Heron Palumbo versus Team Canada, Mike Awesome and Lance Storm, as they technically were the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships at the time. That said, I'm going to try and keep the realism as accurate as possibly can. That was the M's. I say I'm getting through these a bit better. Mikey Whipwreck had changed. See, that was the old Whipwreck. Let's see, that's what he was looking like there, because that was him teamed up with Tajiri. So that's the look there that we would be using. So, I mean, that's fine then. He's got the Tajiri tag team partner look, because they will challenge for the tag titles in the ECW kickoff show. I'm going to do a 4-way dance. Was going to be 3-way, but it's 4-way now. Danny Doring and Roadkill can defend the tag team titles in a 4-way dance against the FBI, Mama Luke and Little Guido, Tajiri and Mikey Whipwreck, and Joey Matthews and Christian York, since Matthews and York actually had a good few wins over in their back, leading to the end. Molly Holly already edited because I had to download 3 Mollys, and that's the best I could get. Nova's fine. Heyman we've done. Saturn's fine. He's got his attires. Randy Orton I've done. Raven pretty much. I could download another Raven to fix the face a little bit. Trish is pretty much done as well. Rhino accurate. Rick Steiner. If there's any of these you want to see, just write and I'll click on them and you can see them. If you want to see what they look like the attires and stuff, just let me know and I'll click on them. Roadkill, there's Roadkill there, so that's one that I need to just bring down his big beard. It was actually shaved down in the thing that I saw. Wait, I need to click on appearance. Why do I do that all the time? Randy, yeah, give me a second. I'll click on Randy. Right, goatee. This was down a bit. So the one that I watched last night, it actually was just shaved right down. I know it's not the classic look that he always had, but it's how he looked in it. I think Roadkill as well. He's one. I don't know how much he would have. Why didn't I change Mark's attire? Mark Jindrak? Yeah, I don't know which ones to keep yet, so that's one I can click on later. Right now, it's just about fixing their looks, making sure that they're accurate. When I do the actual shows, I'll pick a colour pattern and stuff like that. If it's Mark Jindrak you're talking about, yeah, I just left that as it is the new, and I'll decide on the colour palettes when I do the shows. Depends what match they're in and who they're facing and stuff like that. Try and change it up. But that Roadkill does not look that good. It's the best one of a bad bunch. But right now, it's just about making sure all the guys kind of look like the era. I don't need all their attires to be set, ready to go. As I say, the actual color palettes, I can go through them when I actually make the show. That's an easy enough, quick edit. So I'll click on Randy Orton. If anyone wants to see any of the other ones that I kind of just shot past there, just quickly write them down, or just quickly write it, and I'll click on them and I'll give you a look. Randy Orton. Right, I edited this one last night. I used 2 Randy Ortons. I used an Evolution one and another one to get the tiles. So that's the one that you obviously recognise from his debut in WWE. This was the one he was kind of doing in OVW. He also wore a plain black one, but I'll probably just skip the plain black one and go with this blue one. But yeah, so Randy Orton, I think looks all right. Younger Randy. Short hair, obviously. I took an Evolution, like 03 Randy, and then an OVW one. The OVW one looked terrible. So I just transferred the tiles to the Evolution version and went with that. So yeah, Randy Orton is good to go. Right, come on, back we go. This says if you want to see any other ones, just quickly write them down. I'll click on them. Rhino, yeah, Rhino with an I though, not a Y. Vince McMahon changed it to a Y because Vince McMahon's got to own your name. Yeah, the Rhino tiles, they are there. That's another one I'm kind of just waiting to see. But yeah, Rhino, I've got his ECW tiles here. Oh, that helps if I click on the tiles, doesn't it? Yep, so we've got some of the Rhino ECW tiles. Just need to switch them around. The only problem is, same as Mark Jindrak, when you switch them around, I'd have to delete one. Although out of them, I'd probably delete that one because that one's a more older one, whereas that was the more kind of new look in his ECW. That was like his original attire. So I'd probably get rid of the red one first and go with these, and then just rotate between these 3. And again, it depends what you can actually edit on it as well, I suppose. Yeah, you can't edit it at all. So the colours that are there are the colours that are set. But yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I should have. Rhino's one I actually need to use that. Actually, that's something I actually had to do there, and I didn't think. Rhino, man, that's a guy that just barely looks like he's aged. He still just looks the same. So he was the last TV and ECW champion, but in the way I'm doing it, he'll vacate the TV title because he doesn't want to. He doesn't care about keeping it. He's more than happy to vacate it, and we'll do a big dance for the vacated TV title on the first show as well. Trish is another one I need to actually thingy over as well because we can use hers. Trish the dish. Yeah, so that's another one we can hopefully just change the colour of to suit what she wore. I don't remember it being very metallic looking. The one I watched the other day, it was more of a... Actually, I'm probably better editing that from there. That looks like the person that done this, actually. Oh, yeah, they fully took that, so that really changes what you can... You'd need to edit all of these blocks. Yeah, so for example, if you wanted to make it pink, you'd need to go through each block. To be fair, it's not that bad, especially after you do the colour. You just click there and you've got it. And you don't do it properly, you end up with a huge blue patch on Edge's ass. That's what happened last time. Very fancy jacket she's got, I'll say that much. God, how many blocks is there on this one? Good God, I never thought this through before I done it. Although, as I says, it's not as bad. You can click through it pretty quickly. The movesets are going to be a fun one to go through. It'll take bloody forever. As I says, I'm hoping next Sunday I can have everything edited. I don't mind doing these little live streams. Obviously, there's not as many people watching right now as there was last night. I didn't expect there to be. But I mean, I'm quite happy to do a few of these next week. Just do them at night, sit and do the editing for a few hours. Just do a wee bit each day. And then fingers crossed we can get it all done and hopefully get the Big Bang made, get Raw made. I think but the way Bischoff said it was he was going to do the Big Bang, but he wasn't going to do the first Nitro the next night. He was going to leave it a week and then do it. So that's probably how I'll do it then. So Big Bang will be a pay-per-view, but there won't be a Nitro until the following week. So that seems to be the way he was looking to do it too. Good God, man. This is a bloody chore. Could the person not just stretch the one thing out over one leg? I don't even notice anything changing now. Yeah, Kane, I need to change that too. Oh, this is just me, but I ain't noticing much in the change department here. I'm guessing I can still change that as well then. Yeah, that explains why. At least Trish has another attire. There you go, Trish. Nice pink one. That's how at least get 2 attires. There we go. And Trish the Dish is ready to go. I'll just say retro. Oh, wait, I don't need to change that. Oh, no, wait, I still prefer to change it just to Trish. Means if I ever need to edit her, I know where she is under T. No point having it under R. And that's fine. Yeah, Kane, I need to click on Kane. I never done that with him. Oh, God. Oh, there's still people I want to download, man. See, I've got my list here. I can grab it without pulling this mic out. There we go. I mean, what didn't I download on this list? Big Boss Man, who was there in 2001, but he pretty much just done a couple of matches. He was more on like Heat and stuff like that. D'Lo Brown, again, he was just more of a jobber at that point. S.A. Rios was a jobber in 01. Al Snow, a jobber in 01. Jackie's one we'll need. I need alternative attire for Kurt Angle. Mark Henry, I don't think was doing too much in 01. Cyrus over on ECW, although Cyrus, I mean, Don Callis, it was no secret that Joey Styles and Don Callis, that's who Bischoff wanted as a commentary team. Oh, yeah, somebody else mentioned Air Paris earlier. I'll click on it in a second. We'll see if there's an Air Paris. I don't know who Air Paris is. I'm not going to lie. But he said he only teamed up with him for 3 weeks, and we don't have the Cruiserweight tag titles, so realistically, we don't really need Cruiserweight tag teams. You know, it's not something we actually need because we don't have the Cruiserweight tag titles. So that's something we probably wouldn't need as much. But no, let's have a peek. Let's see if Air Paris or Paris, whatever he was called. It's one I've never searched for, so let's see. We can even try that. Let's find out. No, but we've got Air Wolf, apparently. Is that a real wrestler? No, I think Air Paris. There's only one page, so we can go through it. Air Time, Air. No, somebody just called Paris. Paris de Silva. No, doesn't look like there's an Air Paris. So that's a no when it comes to that one then. Right, I said those things because let's try this download trick, right? So what can I download right now? Just looking at names. Right, well, I do kind of want Cyrus, I will admit. Don Callis. Whether it be in ECW or he would have taken the WCW contract, it's a different story. Yeah, if he never done anything after that small team in WCW, then that probably explains why, God's sake, Miley Cyrus just started to come up everywhere. John Malkovich. Well, Cyrus the Virus, Cyrus, I suppose. Makes sense. Really, there's not one Cyrus. Come on. Right, let's just try Don Callis. We need Don Callis with her, though. It's 2 L's in his name, isn't it? But 1 L. It's 2 L's. I think it's 2 L's. Yeah, that's 2 L's. Right, so that's Don Callis. Oh, look, it's the Nazis. The Harris brothers. Wow, there's only one? I need to be honest, I thought there'd be a lot more. I thought the Jackal, I suppose I could search the Jackal as well. That was his name in what was his name in WWF? Nope. Yeah, there's not. There's only one Don Callis. Oh, I mean, you could put long hair on him, a leather jacket. He always did wear the suit and a tie. That was only the one. No, it's definitely IS at the end. No, it's definitely not what he looked like there. So that one Don Callis, that's the only version there is. All right. Well, we could mess with it. I will admit, I'm on a couple of those AEW like the fan pages just to like get news and stuff like that. See the amount of people that sit there going, "Oh God, I just absolutely hate Kenny Omega," and Don Callis is just annoying, and it's like that's being a heel. They're doing their jobs. Come on. Oh my God, I love these people that keep saying Kenny Omega's not even that good. I'm like, John Cena couldn't lace Kenny Omega's boots. God's sake, man. Never come close. Right, so we can mess around with this Don Callis. See, we don't need that right now. See, there's certain ones like The Rock. You don't need The Rock right now because at this point, 2001, The Rock never came back till summer, like for SummerSlam. Because he was making, was it? May have been the rundown he was making at that. Oh, does he spell it differently? His jacket. So I had no idea that he spelled it differently. So what's that he done? There was an L at the end. Oh, YL. All right. Cross your nuts. Nope. Oh, I never tried the trick. Damn it. I never hit cancel to see if it worked. God damn it. We've got one download left. Right. I'm not going to use it yet, just in case I need to download something. I'm not going to use it yet, just in case we need to download something. I've only got one download there, and it's like 5 hours before I get another one. Better watch out for my images as well. Right, Dawn, where are you? Let's see what we can do with you. I need to keep rearranging. I'm just uncomfortable. I'm trying not to pull this mic out because for some reason, if I pull it out, it doesn't work. Two or more. How do I do two downloads at the same time? Right, Dawn. God, you look weird. So he was always rocking the suit. He usually had a tie on with it. Oh, right, I need to have two. Right, so it won't work at all now. Right, we'll try again on Monday night when I live stream again. Right, that's an ugly ass tie, but I'm just trying to think how he looked on ECW that I watched last night. It's Don Callis or Cyrus was representing. He was representing Rhino, Jerry Lynn. It's mainly the hair. I'm gonna say it was with the demonic eyes, but hair, right? Well, he was rocking the long hair. Maybe not that long. Just like that, we've turned Don Callis into Tarzan. That would maybe work. Because he did have just big, long, greasy looking hair. And it was pretty long. And that's probably a bit more along the lines of what he was like. Yeah, see, that's a bit better. It looks like him. The question is, though, do we use him as Cyrus on ECW, or does he take the contract offer and go to WCW? Got to think what money would be on the table. There's a lot of managers in ECW. Would they care about keeping them all? So got to wonder. Cyrus might want to take the money, take the contract at WCW. Plus, it would be a commentary role. But he would obviously still, I think he would still work as a manager as well. Dum dum dum. Decisions. What would you do? Even Joey Styles. I think Joey Styles would be through and through. He would either be Don Callis, WCW, or he would be Cyrus, ECW. We'll save him as Cyrus for now. Don Callie. Wonder if you can get a Cynthia. Yep. I think we'd go with that. Yeah, we can just leave it as Don Callis. All right, well, we'll leave him as Cyrus for now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Decisions, because he was in negotiations. Bischoff confirmed that he'd spoke to Joey Styles and Don Callis about coming in as a commentary team, and he confirmed that Jerry Lawler also contacted him about work. Right, where were we? Where were we? Rob Conway, who was a big name in OVW at the time. RVD, of course. You just need to decide what to do with his attires. So he's always got a few there. Those are kind of some of his kind of ECW early WWF attires. So that says we'll sort that out when it comes to it. Oh, as I say, the move sets are going to be the worst. That's when I'll need to have 20 downloads ready, because I'll probably need to download a lot of their move sets just to have them very accurate. That's going to be an interesting one. I need to find out what the prototype and Leviathan, what their finishing moves were in OVW, because it wasn't the FU, it wasn't the Batista bomb. We need to, I know Brock Lesnar done the shooting star press. So I'll need to find out what all their moves were, because they're not going to be using their WWE move sets. So be another interesting part. Sandman, Scotty T, Scotty 2. Sean O'Hare's 1-0. We need to edit. That's his. God, man, he's some size there, man. Good God. Maybe take that down a notch. But I'll have a look at that. And obviously, we need to change the. So that's the one we want there. But we might just take the muscle mass down a little bit. So Sean O'Hare. Let's see how are the trunks edit. All right, so the trunks can be edited easily enough with the colours. So that's fine. We can change his attires around quite easily. Appearance, his hair was actually short and spiky, but I can see that that's probably the closest the person could get. The hair in this game is just atrocious. It's just such a lack of options. Let's see, it was a bit darker. Now, as I said last night, I really felt Sean O'Hare, and a guy that could have done a lot. Vince just doesn't like big guys that can move. Right, we can lose the Invasion WCW t-shirt. That's pretty much it, man. That's Sean O'Hare. That's all that needs to be done. That's his attire. That's what he was wearing. Be nice if I could. And change, yeah, I think we can change the color of that. So if that works the way I hope it does, I know what other. Actually, they had like a kind of light blue attire as well with a black flame. So obviously this other one. I mean, we can use that other attire as an attire in the future. All right, so the spear and a spine buster. Well, we know Batista has his own spear in the game, and of course his own spine buster. So and looking at that there, if that can be edited. Yes, that's just that basic flame design, so that means I can. There's a little bit of gold coming out of it for some strange reason. And that was the other attire that he wore with his tag team. Natural Born Thrillers. Right. I do think he looks huge. He was much more athletic built. I wouldn't say he was as humongous as that. Yeah, of course it's a fucking reset. Can we bring that? Is that bringing that in, or is it just bringing his shoulders in? Right, good God. Turn them into the bloody Hulk. If we could bring the chest in a bit, he wasn't as bulked out like that. He wasn't a bodybuilder. All right, so Cena used his old spin out bomb. He still looks pretty jacked. It does look a little bit thinner. I might need to do a few test matches, just to see how certain guys look before doing the actual show. See that straight away does look just a little bit better, a little bit thinner, not as bulked. Because he wasn't bodybuilder built. He wasn't built like Goldberg. Either way, we've got Sean O'Hare. So that's fine. That is one of the ones I really wanted. That's my biggest issue, as I said, with 2K22. How long is it going to take to get a Sean O'Hare? How long is it going to take for someone to create that? Don't get me wrong, see if I actually sat, it seems simple enough to make. Just get the images and put them up. I actually tried doing it, but Google, I kept taking the images off Google, and when I tried to put them onto Community Creations, it kept saying no. So I don't understand how you how you do it. So it wouldn't let me. Kept being a twat. Right, so that was S we were on. We'll double check Scott Steiner here. He was wearing, well, he'll be the world champion at the time. So he wasn't wearing that. He was wearing the shorter ones. See, Scott Steiner's another one. Would he have taken the Time Warner payout? It's, I don't know. Although he was finally world champion, does he want to risk losing that spot that he finally got? Is it worth losing? I'm going to need to edit that from in there to see if I can change the. Yeah, so that S is going to be one colour no matter what. Right, we'll see what we can do here. To be fair, I mean, leaving it that way actually works because the black there helps cover up the S. Yeah. To be fair, Steiner complains about a lot of things. But yeah, I know Steiner was unhappy with the way things were getting ran, but obviously with it being bought over, Bischoff coming in, Bischoff not being in charge of the finances, not having to travel as much, there is a lot of parts to play. And I personally I don't think it will. I think at best WCW would have got to TNA early 2010, 2009, 2010 levels. That's the best they would have got to. And that would have been them. That's probably the best I'm going to be able to do with that for a red attire. I thought that was the bit that said big pop-up pump. Oh no, that's there. Yeah, that's probably the best I'm going to get for a red attire there. Well, I can always try and download another. But no, I think a part of me thinks Steiner being world champion and knowing he's in the main event spot, he would have been tempted. But as I says, I think Vince would have pounced if the talent isn't on. guaranteed contract and they're just working near enough week to week or a contract that lasts 3 months at a time, I think Vince would poach talent left, right, and center. And that is something I'm going to take into consideration when we're making this universe. Are they stuck on? Why? Why would you not just put a pair of actual glasses on him? Why would you do that? That's just weird. That is going to be so noticeable when he's coming to the ring. Oh my god. I mean, what bits of this is the glasses? I mean, what am I the hell? And that's been painted on with the hair, hasn't it? I don't believe it. Who in the right mind did that? Oh my god, what a genius. Oh, his eyeballs are black as well. Good god. There's actually a quicker way to do this. Good god. Unbelievable. Painted it on his face. Oh my god, that is insane. I mean, there's glasses there. There's literally ones designed like that. Oh, I won't let him. You can't put the glasses on if. You can put certain ones on. See? Right, it's not the kind of sports shades that he obviously wore, but you can still put sunglasses on him. It's just there's not a huge. So you can't put the little thin ones on, but you can put the big bulky ones on. That makes perfect sense, game. Yeah, you can't put any. You can only put like 2 pairs of sun. Right, so you can put them on, which are going to go right underneath. That makes no sense. Again, look, big bulky ones, they go on fine. I'm actually curious to watch his entrance and see what it looks like. See, now that I know that's what it is, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that until we zoomed in. There, that just looks like he's got sunglasses on. I did not notice until we actually zoomed in and saw it. See, this is another thing as well. As I said this last night, because you are all watching me do this, you now know it too. Which means when he comes out, you're all going to see it. You'll all be like, I'm looking right at it. Oh man. I will admit, a part of me doesn't think Steiner would have went back. I think he'd have sat out his Time Warner deal, went to WWE, and in the long run, wished he'd stayed at WCW because look what WWE done with him. Absolutely nothing, man. He got buried. Came in, lose to Triple H twice, and didn't even get on the WrestleMania card. Although I think Steiner had serious ring rust because he hadn't been in the ring for so long. Putting him straight into the main event scene just made him look bad. Plus, just feeding him to Triple H was stupid. They done it with Goldberg as well. Brought Goldberg in, he beats The Rock. And you put him into a feud with Triple H, where Triple H just keeps beating him. Goldberg finally wins the title, dethroning Triple H's nightmare time as champion, only for Triple H to win it back a month later again. You're like, what's the point? They should just have put Goldberg on SmackDown with like Brock Lesnar and that. Brock Lesnar was there. They should just have done that. Yeah, I think everyone thought Scott Steiner would be huge. My sister despised him. She hated his muscle and stuff like that. The muscles on muscles. Never taking steroids. My arse. Right, so that's Sugar Shane Helms. So that's the current cruiserweight champion. At the Big Bang, my plan is, if I remember correctly, Chavo Guerrero is due his rematch for the cruiserweight title after losing it at Greed. And due to the cruiserweight tag team titles being taken away, it's only fair that Eli Skipper and Kid Romeo get a shot as well. Fatal 4-way, although in the last episode of WCW, Eli Skipper, Kid Romeo, and Chavo Guerrero teamed up to attack Shane Helms. Shane Helms got backup from Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio Jr. Kidman, who I do believe would go back to WCW. I don't think Rey would. I said that last night. Eric Bischoff said, "Oh yeah, Rey Mysterio, he definitely." I don't. They took his mask off him. I think Rey would have enjoyed his Time Warner contract like he did. Wrestled in Mexico again for a while like he did. And in all honesty, I think he'd have went to WWE. I think they'd have pounced on him. I don't think he'd have went back to WCW, not after what happened. I don't think they'd have touched. I don't think he'd have went back. Of course, that's my personal opinion. I'm always open to listening to other people's opinions. If you think I'm wrong, you've got something different, feel free to say. I'll always listen to you, take what you say and take the advice. But nah, I just don't see it when it comes to him. Well, DJ agrees with me. Nah, I don't. I just don't think Ray would have went back. I don't think Ray would have went back. I don't think Hogan would have went until his contract ran out. I don't think Nash or Hall. I think Hall was a mess, and he wouldn't have actually been worth going after. Nash has always admitted he was in the business to make money, so he's making money for sitting in his ass. Why would he? Why would he change it? Shannon Moore, one that needs changed. So obviously the version stuff that wasn't happening at the time, so we can lose that. And to be honest, what he's wearing there is pretty much his WCW attire. He was obviously part of the whole boy band group. Who was in it again? Was that Helms? It was Helms, Shannon Moore, and someone else. Oh, I've blanked his name. But yeah. Every time I see Shannon Moore now, I don't know if you've watched that YouTuber, is it Mal KD or something like that? And every time Shannon Moore comes up, he calls him Jeff Hardy's stoner friend, and that's all I think of every time I see Shannon Moore. Just Jeff Hardy's stoner friend. All I think of every time I see him. But oh man. I'm just going to take his green ones because that suits him a little bit more. I knew they were there after being on him. Yeah, that's it. That Malky D 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he keeps calling him Jeff Hardy's stoner friend, and now I can't stop thinking. But it's the same way OSW. Every time somebody goes in the middle rope, I just think Brett's rope because that's what they always say. They always say Brett's ropes. I always think Brett's rope. Just things that get stuck in your head. I'm pretty confident if any fans of my show are ever watching wrestling and you see somebody get put in a neck wrench, you instantly think about screaming brutal neck wrench. Guarantee that goes through your head because even I see it on TV and I instantly think brutal neck wrench. But oh man, oh god. They took down his channel? When did that happen? I thought I saw one of his videos up just the other day. And again, he uses a lot of footage, like actual wrestling footage, so you need to. Like I've been hit with copyrights because of the New Age Outlaws coming out, and you have the DX bit. See that little bit of video that plays? That's copyright. That tiny little bit of DX video is copyright. I need to make sure to stop using it, not using that DX intro, because that gets copyright. It's ridiculous how strict it is. They took it down yesterday. Wow. I mean, he built that channel up only the last couple of years, built it up very quickly. Wish I could say the same thing, but no, that sucks, man. It'll be non-stop copyright probably. He's probably been smacked with a whole load of copyright because he's using TNA footage. But I know I've watched OSW stuff, and they've admitted that like they've put out tweets and videos saying, "Look, this video is waiting to get approved." Um, there's that weird group. What the hell is that? Why is that in Sean Stasiak's second attire? Oh my god. That's just stupid. No, but I wondered why there was Groot stuff in my images. But no, I know OSW. They said they actually get like confirmation from WWE to put their videos up. Like I don't use any real footage. I just play the game. For God's sake, if they start copyrighting you for playing the game, that'd be a bit ridiculous. But wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's fine. We can easily change the color of his trunks. I know he used to rock a pink pair. Yeah, and that body's pretty accurate. He was he was definitely toned up. Get rid of that Groot thing right now. Why what? I said a few things there. You need to you need to further the question. If you mean the copyright stuff's just ridiculous. I think the worst example of copyright on YouTube, don't think it was last year, it was the year before. I think it's the Star Wars channel, Star Wars Theory. They actually made their own like fan movie. You see it all the time, these fan films that people make, and they made a proper they made their own proper fan film of Star Wars with Darth Vader. It was a good budget put into it. It looked really good. I actually enjoyed it. Enjoyed the story in it. And Disney actually copyrighted it. And Disney took all the money that video made, that those people pumped their own YouTube money into to make. And Disney took all the money. Just proving that Disney's just absolute twats. I hate Disney. Mainly because I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I just hate what Disney's doing to Star Wars. It just pisses me off so much. Just all this woke crap that they keep doing. It's right in my nerves. I'll tell you right now, you're not be getting the woke crap on my channel. If it happens, deal with it. Right, Shelton. We had to download a different Shelton because of the obvious fact, the big tattoo on him. So we can get rid of that because he didn't wear that in OVW. In OVW, he was rocking. We can find something to match it. Just something like that. That's about right. What do I think about the new Star Wars films? I agree with the fuck Disney comment. Episode 7, I enjoyed it enough for what it was. I didn't complain too much about it. I still enjoyed it. The episode 8 was just crap. It was awful. The story made no sense. It was ridiculous. Episode 9 I enjoyed for what it was. Although me and my friend went to the pub, we got drunk, then went to the pictures to see it. We didn't get really hammered, but we had a few drinks before going to see it, and were very laid back watching it because we didn't expect much. I don't think anyone did. But the story was a mess, and I don't know why they went down the route they did, because you had all these novels that you could take stuff from, and instead they wrote this whole stupid woke thing. I mean, where does Rey get her powers from? It's stupid. Why is she so magically powerful with zero training? There was just no emphasis put into it whatsoever, and it was just stupid, and I didn't like it. I loved Mandalorian. Thought that was great. Both seasons, absolutely loved it. Let's see what you're saying here. Well, you're saying that with everything. Yeah, I was watching Falcon and Winter Soldier last week, and just during the episode, don't know if you watch it, it's not a spoiler, but Falcon and Winter Soldier are walking down the street, and a police car just pulls up, and they go after Falcon because he's black, and it's like, why is that in this? People don't watch these TV shows to have what they see on the news every day. You watch these shows to be taken out of reality and enjoy what you're wanting to watch, and instead they throw this crap at you instead, and you don't want that. All this crap you see on the news every day, it just makes it worse. The prequels, I'll admit, Episode 3 is my favorite Star Wars film. But I know the prequels weren't great. I think the Clone Wars animation definitely helped it. That just furthered the story so much, which added so much more to the actual thing. So that did help. Obviously, the acting wasn't fantastic in it. Of course, we all love Obi-Wan, but yeah, but Clone Wars for me, Clone Wars animation show saved the prequel movies, because whenever you think of the prequel movies, you always think of the Clone Wars animation and the stories in and round about it. So that kind of saved it, which they could do with the new ones as well. They could bring out stuff, but I don't see that happening. As I say, I thoroughly enjoy Mandalorian. I'm all for Sebastian Stan playing Luke Skywalker, because I saw the mock-up imagery and thought it looked really, really good. So I'd be all for seeing that. Spike's fine. Stacey, we need to put you in a suit. I'm all for seeing that stuff get done. I think there's so much. I mean, Star Wars has got so much you can do. I'm very happy that EA is no longer got the solo license to make Star Wars games, because oh my god, they just they just don't do it. They're just absolute twats, man. I can't stand EA. I said that last night as well. I see EA on a game, I don't touch it. God, I wasn't shocked when Anthem came out. Right? I never touched that game because I saw it coming from a mile away. I knew Anthem was going to be a mess. Everyone else was like, "Oh my god, this game's terrible." Yeah, I saw it coming. I saw it coming from a mile away. Come on, I need a suit here. Suit. The sleeves are wrong, but that's Stephanie McMahon kind of thing, isn't it? That might work. Just change the red to white. I'm just trying to think of Stacy Keibler when she was Miss Hancock. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to Star Wars, it's the Skywalker stuff, end it. Just end. It's time to stop that. No one cares anymore. Just do Knights of the Old Republic. Great games, great RPG games. If you've never played them, they're a bit dated now, but fantastic story. I would love to see the story of Revan, Darth Revan, get done on the big screen. I think that would be a fantastic thing to watch and see get put together. But nah, it's just a mess. It's that Kathleen Kennedy. Everything's got to be woke, you know. Um, but nah, so what was the one that Gina Carano getting fired as well because she gave her opinion on Twitter? Who cares? People give their opinion on social media every day. Get over it. Yeah, I think I'll need to go with that Stephanie one. Yeah, people give their opinion every day, but just because they don't do the opinion that you want, it's more a shirt she wore, I think. Not really a shirt one there. I mean, that's got the daft sleeves on it. Oh, sleeves aren't the worst thing in the world. If we get rid of that fixes that. And we all know what Stacey rocked. That was a mini skirt all the way. I like jean shirts though. No, those are tights. Let's see what you're saying here. Sorry, I can't read that from here at all. Give me a second. Nah, I know what you mean. Don't get much excited over anything anymore. Even Cyberpunk, I knew Cyberpunk was going to be funky when it came out. Knew that straight away. It was just there was no way it wasn't going to be that. I look like a perv right now because I'm trying to find a skirt that rides right up to Stacy Keebler's ass, but I'm trying to make it realistic, and that was the point of Stacy Keebler. She had to have the cheeks hanging out. Right, let's go with the jean one here. I can't seem to get a. Yeah, Stacy. Well, she was no longer Miss Hancock, it was just Stacy. Nah, every game it comes out, I don't get excited for. Said I was waiting for that Outriders. I enjoy it. It's got problems with servers, but it's still an enjoyable game for what it is. Mass Effect, I just fishy because, again, EA in the bottom corner always puts you off. I noticed Back 4 Blood got postponed, although don't compare something to Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was the shit, She was just going by Stacy, and Stasiak Keebler. You try to tell me the name Stacy isn't in this? Come on, that's a real common names, not as Stasiak. Well, she's technically Stasiak's manager, so I suppose that works. Yeah, nah, when it comes to games, I don't have much excitement over anything. I actually read something today. Like the next Call of Duty games are apparently the developers that are making it aren't too excited. Apparently they're a little worried about them as well. What is wrong with this thing? Right, we're actually getting close to finishing these characters here. If I could get all these done, I'd be quite happy. Carino, Steve Carino was the third last. Third last ECW World Champion. Yeah, I never touched Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the first Call of Duty I'd bought in 11, 12 years. Because I just went off Call of Duty. I get fed up with it. But I got that one because we were in lockdown and I was bored and it was on deal, and I thought, screw it, why not? And I did enjoy it. It had a fantastic campaign. I loved the SAS, the realism of the kind of like the British SAS style missions and stuff like that. They were really cool. Warzone got overrated very quickly because of the cheating. I gave up with that game mode very quickly. All right, Steve Carino, who had formed a partnership with Just Incredible at the end of ECW, so that's something else we can continue on with. Probably change the boots. I don't actually think he wore cowboy boots when he wrestled. Double check that. Well, apparently Call of Duty this year is meant to be the sequel to Modern Warfare, and next year is Call of Duty Vanguard, and it's supposed to be at the end of World War II, going into the Korean War. So I just hate it when the Call of Duty campaigns are right in your face. No, I've not heard of that channel. I'll keep an eye out. I sit on YouTube all the time. That's all I do. YouTube, Netflix, and Prime. That's all I do. I don't watch basic TV anymore. Stephen Richards, even. You seem fine. Tajiri, I know you're fine. Super Crazy, you're fine. Taz, we just need to move your second attire over because you weren't wearing the leotard anymore. He was 100% wrestling in this gear now. And Taz was at the tail end of his career. He was getting ready to tie up his boots. So So I'd like to think if ECW is technically owned by them, maybe we can have Taz do some appearances and finish his career in ECW. Maybe that could be a good way to go with Taz. All right, that looks fine. But nah, I never trust any of these things. Even just games, period. Even after Outriders, I pre-ordered Outriders, and then it goes on Game Pass. I was onto them instantly. Give me my money back now. Thankfully, I did. Although I did read some people that didn't. Oh, Taz has only got one Z in it. I'll need to put two because WWE's got to change everything. Better do that than now. Actually, I won't remember to do that. It's the little things that I always forget. That I always say. I always forget the little things. Yeah, I better do that than now, or I won't remember. I'm getting confused there. Ted. No, just put a T, an A, and a Z. No, because it would go T-A-Z. So that wouldn't work. Ted it is. Nah. That's it, though. Everything's a letdown now. Hell, I watched that Godzilla versus Kong. God, it was boring. Where these 5-star reviews come from, I don't know. I was bored. You might have a different opinion, but I was bored out my nut watching that film. I really was. From start to finish, I was bored. Maybe you enjoyed it. I don't know, but it wasn't for me at all. Right, so we're going to be try and cover up his tattoo all the time if we can. Yeah, well, I wasn't a fan of it. Even for what it was, don't get me wrong, I didn't really. The first Godzilla was okay. The second one was pretty boring. Kong, I did enjoy, and that Godzilla versus Kong, I was just pretty bored throughout most of it. So, see if we can just get a plain black here, so we can get rid of the top. All right, so that's his sleeves. So we don't want to get rid of the sleeves. This is the annoying part now. I don't know what to remove. Wait, that's fine. So if I can just make that black. And now I have to remove these, but which ones? So if I do that and then go back in. So, right, that was the right choice. Oh, it's like a circle. One of these a circle. None of them are circles. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, might get away with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that is now. Remakes. I'd say Face Off is getting remade. How depressing that is to know. It's one of my favourite action movies. He didn't wear the chain round his neck when he was wrestling, did he? I don't remember him wearing the chain. That come under upper body. I always get mixed up. Well, the chain wouldn't have been a smart idea. I know that from personal experience. I will admit though, I put myself through that 4-hour Justice League film, and I actually didn't mind it. I hated the original. That was crap. Um, but nah, the other one wasn't actually too bad. There we go. That keeps his tattoo covered up, and we can use that Jeff Hardy. Although I do think the DC universe is dead. I just think that is gone. It's just been so bad. Uh, yeah, well, yeah, I watched the Snyder Cut, and as I says, I didn't mind it. It was actually all right. I'll give it its due. I still don't like Jared Leto's Joker. I just think it was pretty poor, um, especially compared to what Joaquin Phoenix done in the Joker film. It was just took it to another level. So Matt can keep that. And Lita, I know we need to change you. So you can keep the Hardy Boy top. That's the one that needs to change because it just looks weird. Like the logos are on a stomach. It just doesn't work. But that's when you can use the. I need to find it though. It's the mesh top. Yeah, that's it there. So that's the one where you can kind of dress it up in a more kind of classic stuff. That'll do for the note, and I can just edit and change that when needs to be done. But no, the DC universe, I'm done with that. That thing's awful. I had to finish with that. That was just. I think I watched Man of Steel, which I didn't like. I watched Batman v Superman, which was just awful. Then Justice League, which was awful. I never watched Wonder Woman. I heard that was good, but I've just never watched it. The second one I've heard's crap. I've never watched Aquaman. I thought it looked like a weird Power Rangers movie. I will watch the Batman movie, mainly for the fact it's being filmed in Glasgow, so it's actually being filmed in my city. Ironically, Glasgow is now Gotham, which is quite funny because I couldn't agree more. There's plenty of characters around here, trust me. But yeah, no, I will watch it because I really do think when it comes to the DC universe, they'd be much better off actually. See if you could do this Batman movie and then bring Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in and do that together and then move forward and just do a new DC universe. Hopefully, this Batman won't kill people. Not a good track record in Hollywood of Batman not killing. George Clooney is the only Batman that's never killed someone. Every other Batman has killed someone. Like Ben Affleck's man has went insane. Has just whipped out gun turrets and just shredded people in the street. It's like, good God, man. Didn't even hide the fact he was killing people. Test. We're on to test. Let's see if we can change test up a little bit then, right? So this is the test you recognise. This is the one we used before. So maybe we'll use this hairdo instead. The hair puffed out a wee bit more. Yeah, again, we could probably use both. Although his hair was always slicked back. That's the thing. That's why I used the other one because his hair was never actually puffed out. Although I suppose we could change the body. Michael Keaton, man, he was the original. It's like Sean Connery with Bond. There might be someone that was better at it, but he'll always be the original. He'll always be the first. He'll always be the original one, the original Bond, the original Batman, the original Superman. You've always got your originals. Someone might be better at it, but they'll always be the original. Bum, 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 bum. See, I'm thinking we could could edit the body of Test, right? 'Cause this body was a bit he did have Jericho's dad bod, I will admit that. Somebody wrote that in one of the videos. I did have to agree. Oh, yeah, Heath Ledger stole the Joker, man. He took it to another level compared to Jack Nicholson's. Just absolutely. Oh, good God. Right, so, I mean, Test wasn't, like, ripped, but he wasn't, we put that there. Try and tone him up a wee bit more if we can. You want a mixture between those. See, Test got a lot more toned into like 2002, 2003. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. That gets rid of the dad bod that he had. Oh, good God. I really want to finish this now. I really want to get all of these done. I just want to try and get them done. That way I know the next time I do one of these, it's move sets, which will be a goddamn nightmare. See, that looks better straight away. Test, that looks a lot better. Just toned up a bit more. And then the black, he was still wearing the black at the time. So, I mean, that's pretty accurate then for Test. So, will Test, what do you think? Will Test do it again? If Test wins the Royal, I said that last night. If Test wins that Rumble again, I'm saying that creation there is hacked. Whoever uploaded it put a hack in it and it can't be eliminated in Battle Royals because I'm not buying that crap. That was no. The one thing was I was proud of myself. Test won it, and I had to put together a storyline, and I put together Test versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. He had to prove himself that he was capable of going to WrestleMania, and he did that. He won the European title on the way, so he went into WrestleMania as the European champion as well. He got screwed, and then he kept going throughout the year trying to stay in the main event upper mid card. One I'll need to double check later on. Tony Mama looks fine. We looked at American Badass, I believe, was fine because that's pretty much his attire. The only decision was which Undertaker to use because that's like old ass Undertaker. I couldn't help but think if you're better off using the other one from like '99 because that one there's face is just wrinkled and destroyed. Let's see, when I done American Badass, I used yeah, so it was 91, but I used the 99. See, because I thought that. Not as much because his hair obviously wasn't over his face as much. Although, to be fair, the face on this one actually looks quite old as well. It actually looks exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, the face on that one's near enough the exact same face that's on the other one. What do you think? Which Undertaker's the one to use? I'm trying to decide myself here. Yeah, see, well, it was Ministry Taker I used for the last universe. William Regal I've already done, so that's fine. I don't need to do him. And then the hair. Technically, we need to kind of ginger the hair up because this was the era when he just let his natural ginger come through. He's trying to get the ginger though. It's You can't really see it until you actually do it, I suppose. I'll make the cursor bigger and zoom out, and you can actually smack it all nice and quickly. Right, this is going to look terrible. Oh, damn, that is not right. It's like when you go to the barbers. Oh, sorry, mate. It's not what I was looking for. Oh, God, no. Oh, good God, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. No, that's more brown. How do you get ginger? I'll keep pressing the wrong button. Ah, good God. It's really hard to get hair color you want it. I mean, he had that kind of light, dark ginger. God, I keep pressing the wrong button. See, that's getting a little bit closer. Not close, trust me, I know it's nowhere near. It's just weird looking. But it's getting closer to like a more kind of natural. It's a thing though, it was a lot lighter as well. No, that's not much different, it just looks the same. I'd need to do a chunk of it and then look at it. That might be a bit closer, because it was lighter. It wasn't black, it was a lot lighter. Let's see, if you Google it yourself and have a look, you'll see. Probably better making it a little bit darker. It's always hard to tell as well. You kind of need to see. In the actual entrance and stuff like that to actually see how it looks. You kind of need to see it in action to know. That's the worst part. See, in order to get all the little black bits, you actually need to sway it about to actually hit it. If it's not in line, you can't actually get it. It's really bloody stupid. Like I'm actually washing his hair. Right. How does that look? I need opinions. Because he was lighter, definitely was lighter haired in that point. Looks okay. Yeah. There's something the hair doesn't do in 2K20. Move. Yeah, it looks maybe a bit too light. See, from a distance there with his outfit on, it doesn't look as bad. I'd need to watch it in an entrance to actually see it. But we'll see it anyway when we start editing other things. Alright, dead man, and may as well take the other attire from this custom. Take the glasses away. Alright, so we'll keep that there. That'll be more these like kind of street gear or promo gear kind of thing. Obviously, at the point we're going in to the universe, Undertaker and Kane are in the feud with Triple H and Austin. I don't think, as far as I know, Community Creations don't have crossplay. I wish they did. It'd be great. I'd love it if everyone could share everything. That'd be fantastic. You know, it's more creations. I don't play this game online, so by all means, put crossplay on it. I couldn't care less. But no, I've got no idea how the creations work when it comes to that. I don't think PlayStation shares it because somebody else wrote in the comments last night saying how the creations just aren't as good. So that's why that jacket was on there, because that's why the gloves were different. That's easy done there. You can do that. Jacket looks weird. No, it's for what I've heard, the PlayStation Community Creations just not as good at all. I've heard a lot of people say that. It's just one of the unfortunate things. And I say, oh well, wish we could share it all. You know, the more people creating, the better. You know, it's the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. More people doing it, the better. Well, more people, as I say, is when 2K22 comes out, this universe I'm doing, we're not going to get the creations straight away for me to continue this universe. So I probably will need to keep playing 2K19 for a month or two until 22 gets the update in order to use them. When it comes to Modern Universe, I just don't even watch WWE anymore. So when it comes to Modern, I don't even know what to do if I done a Modern Universe anymore. I need to do a live stream and click on 2K20 and show you the episode that I had ready to go. We could even play it. You would need to remind me what happened in the Modern Universe because I don't remember. Where am I going here? Yeah, right. I can delete that other Undertaker. Let's wait for you to load up here. There we go. Oh, see, that looks funky there. Val, we need to put you in the right to censor stuff, I believe. Oh, perfect one right there. Where's Bling Bling Buchanan? There he is. Oh no, that's the wrong attire straight away. And if I remember correctly, he wore white ones to be different. As I say, the right to censor was on its way out at that point in time anyway, so. And Val Venus kind of disappeared through 2001 and 2002. It was more 2003 we really saw him come back in as Chief Morley. There we go. If I can get the last of these done, that'd be quite good. I did target doing this for a few hours again, try and take me up to about 6 o'clock. So if I can get the last of these done and actually get the characters made, then it means it's just the move onto the move sets and then the actual universe. So it would be good. There's probably only a couple of little things I need to edit and look at what free spaces I've got. I'd like to always keep at least one free space in here. That's for that. I'd like to just leave that corner always free, and that means if I ever want like an RVD attire or something like that, I can download it, use it, and then delete it, and I've always got a free space to download attires if I need to. Austin, you're an easy one. That's just his knee pads that need changed. Because obviously that's the top that he was wearing at that point in time. So the best way to do this is just, well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure if we take that away, and then if we just go to a quick import, import of actual roster. And where are you? And then he's got his knee pads there. Boots should be the same. Trunks, same. Fling a jacket on. And there we go. The only difference with Austin in this point is his knee pads were, he was wearing like a different colour of knee pad, whether it was white or whatever. Well, this person's put a metallic thing on them. God damn it. I keep clicking the wrong things. I keep clicking on custom before. Right, so if we do that, then go in here and copy. There we go. And then if we go to part color, we can get to the knee pads, and then we can put like the white knee pad or the whatever, because he started wearing different colored knee pads. This was during his heel run, which was a humongous regret. I would have been a great singer. Oh, you're the first person to ever say that. I've definitely never done that in my life. I don't even think I want to ask why you think that. Which one of these was he wearing during his heel run? They're all just kind of 316, aren't they? DTA, that was more of a good guy one. That was the older ones. One more run. That was his last vest that he wore. Or the last vest at WrestleMania. So it's just one of these you throw on. Probably need to actually watch him come to the ring to see the Aye, Rod Stewart's a good singer. Be nice. Be nice to the hot rod. Nothing wrong with Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart's had many a classic. So, David, what exactly makes you think I would be a good singer exactly? Because I do not know. I've never actually tried. I will admit that. I'm not even much of a karaoke person either. I never really bother with it. I'd like to know what makes you think that. What style of music as well? I'm curious. Curious, what style of music do you think I could perform, and why exactly? And don't just say my accent, 'cause that doesn't work. You can tell from my voice. Well, fill me in. I think the other few people watching right now are now curious. They're curious to hear your answer. What style of music do you apparently think my voice could pull off? I'm not saying I'm going to do it, by the way. Be warned. I'm not making any promises. Let's put Steve Austin in here. That doesn't matter because we can change this and that. Country or rap, right? Well, I despise British rap music with a passion, although that's that London style rap. Country, that'd be weird. Although you do get Highland music, you know. Hip hop artist. Well, I've never tried to rap. I'm not a fan of, outside of Eminem, I've not seen a lot of white rappers. I've sure as hell not seen any Scottish ones, I can promise you that. Yeah, a white Scottish rapper. I can only imagine how that would go down. I've seen videos on the internet of them and just about pissed myself laughing because they're quite funny. See, death metal. Well, death metal. No, I'm not a fan of screaming. I love rock music. I love guitars, drums, proper rock music. I just found out the other day. I got an email a few days ago that my Guns N' Roses concert has been postponed again. So I am raging at that. Um, so that's another year I need to wait for that. It was meant to be last year, then it was moved to this year, and now it's moved to next year. So that's a pain. I want to go and see Guns N' Roses. Um, so that's a kick in the nuts, unfortunately. Where were we? Regal's done. Vampiro's fine. Jarrett, I believe's fine. Pack, we just need to use your modern. I'm sorry, called what? I need to zoom in here. Rustic. I'm not going to lie. For some reason, from a distance, I thought that said Nutella. And I was going to say that's a very racial rap name. Yeah, I do not think I will ever be a future rap artist. Maybe ICW will give me a call one day. I'll do commentary for them. Oh, God. Me a musician, that'd be hilarious. See, his forehead looks weird. That's when I always think the bandana's better to keep on him. Although he didn't really wear the bandana at that point, I don't think. I'll put it on the new and then double check. See, it's not hard to remove the little things like that. Although I have a habit of missing the little things. I'll put it on for his entrance. Yeah, it's easy to listen to my accent and my voice and think you could listen to me all day, but when I actually start singing, it could be a very different story. You need to be able to hold a tune, you know? It's very different when it comes to that. Country, I don't mind about a country. Obviously, country's more, obviously, country music's more American. But obviously, in Scotland, you get the Highlands, and obviously, there's certain types of Highland music you get as well, which not the same as country, but same kind of rough style with the way the voice can go with Highland music as well. But nah, I don't mind a little bit of. Heard little bits of country in my time. Always liked a bit of Johnny Cash, although it was a mixture of country and blues, I suppose. There's actually a country song I always listened to, but I've blanked what the artist's name was. Annoying me now. Expat. I just love how the names are all different in this. Oh, aye, Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue. That's probably possibly my favourite one. I think that one's fantastic. First time I heard that, I just loved the story that was told. UK, honestly, all over. I mean, you go down to London, you go to like East London, it's rap music all the way. You honestly, there's not even. No, the UK is all separated. I mean, Birmingham's kind of more known for rap. Liverpool's more known for like more kind of music, obviously being the home of the Beatles. I live in Glasgow. I'd say it's very mixed. I mean, the nightclubs where I live, your nightclubs are all mixed between rock, death metal, techno, dubstep, dance. You know, just you get your mixtures of everything. It's really hard to describe what it's like when it comes to here. Slap nuts. Now, well, you won't be wearing that attire because that's your TNA attire. You maybe break into that down the line, but you'll be sticking with that for now. You can probably keep your slap nuts thing on the go. See, there's an interesting one, right? Does Jeff Jarrett go to Eric Bischoff's WCW? Because if he doesn't go to it, then technically would Jeff Jarrett then have started TNA? So, that's that becomes an interesting one there. Drill music. I don't know what the hell drill music is. Oh, the UK is mourning the loss of Prince Philip. Scotland's not. No offense, but they're not. I think the last thing I need to do here is Triple H's knee pads. Yeah, but current rap music sucks. Like I grew up hearing, well, Eminem obviously would have been what I would have heard growing up, but how can your favourite wrestler be Jeff Jarrett? I will admit, I did pop for Jeff Jarrett because ICW does the Square Go, which is like Money in the Bank meets Royal Rumble. They do a Royal Rumble, and the winner gets a briefcase that they can cash in at any time. So it's called the Square Go briefcase. Square Go being a term used where I come from, where when you want to fight someone, you look at them and say, you don't say, "Do you want to fight?" You say, "Do you want a Square Go?" So the Square Go match. Actually, this should be quite easy to do here. If I can just import from his actual character, that might be easier. But Jeff Jarrett was number 30, and his old WWF music came on, and me and my pal just went, "Oh!" It was a huge surprise. He wasn't advertised, which for an independent wrestling company to not advertise that you've got obviously a big wrestler coming in is very rare. So the fact that they didn't advertise it was actually pretty good. That was a huge surprise, and I like the fact that they done that. So I thought that was really good when they pulled that off. It's always good when an independent company can actually keep a secret, No, I'm not on PC. I'm on Xbox Series X with this. All right, that's more like Triple H's knee pads. He was still wearing that gold Triple H logo one at that point. And then technically that T-shirt was his 2001 T-shirt. So technically the same Triple H download that we were using before. And then that just makes it easier for me to find them whenever I need to edit something. Triple H's injury, 2001. What do you think will happen there? Yeah. He was out for 2001. He got injured. He missed the whole invasion angle. Apparently he was going to be in the position that Kurt Angle was in. Triple H is Intercontinental Champion at this point in time. So when we start it, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H are in the middle of the two-man power trip. They are World Wrestling Federation Champion, IC Champ, and Tag Team Champs. So that's why I said you should even just watch highlights of Backlash 2001 and the Raw and SmackDown after it, because we'll be continuing from the following Raw. WCW Greed pay-per-view and the Nitro after it, and ECW. Just look at the last Guilty as Charged 2001 was the last pay-per-view, and I think they had 2 ECW shows after it, but nothing really happened on the last 2 ECW shows because they knew they were shutting. A lot of the talent wasn't there. They just used smaller guys that they could pay cheap because they knew it was done. So Paul Heyman couldn't really afford to bring in the other guys. And I think that's them edited roughly. There's still a few I need to click on for little things, but we've pretty much shot through. I like how last night we got from A to D, but tonight we managed to get from D to, well, I was going to say X, but V. But man, oh man. Why is Jeff Jarrett there? He must have Jeff Jarrett and Vampiro have got a space in their name. Yeah, that's what it is. That happened with Road Dogg before. To be fair, I need to change that to capitals anyway. I always mix that up. I don't know why. I always forget if there's 1 or 2 R's in his name. Wait, Jarrett or Jarrat? Is that an E or an A? I've just blanked that there. Yeah, it's an E. No, why? Why am I so confused? I hate it when your minds. I just had one of those mind farts. Yeah, it's an E. That's an E. I'm confusing myself now. Yeah, it's an E. I don't know why. I don't know why my mind I just had a mind fart and it just I couldn't remember if it was an E or an A for some reason. I just like, wait a minute, what's going on? Uh well, David, you can fantasize about me singing Nickelback songs or something. I don't know. I don't know what you're imagining, but if I hit 3,000 subscribers, I'll sing you a song. Right? Probably take a year. Vampiro, he's got a space in his name as well. Vampiro's one as well. Would he actually have showed up? Because I mean, Vampiro when WCW died, he just went. He went back to Mexico to wrestle. That was him. He never. But I mean, he had that big storyline with Sting, which I'm don't get me wrong, wasn't a great storyline. But Van Pierre, wait, Van. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try something here. Van Pierre. Oh. Hey! There you go. See? I made it better. Perfection at its finest. There we go. See? Sorted. Right. Well, there was only a few people watching today. A wee mixture of 5 to 10. But as I say, I've just I needed to do this edit, and I can't wait to 10 o'clock at night every night to do it. So, but keep an eye out next week. Probably try and do it at night, because obviously we get more people watching, which is always better. But oh god, oh man. But we've done most of the editing. There's probably still a couple of guys we could download. But yeah, we'll see how we go. As I say, I would click onto the WWE network and show you the shows that you should look at before I start the universe, but I'm pretty confident if I click on it, I get copyrighted, so I can't do that. To be fair, I could post links to videos that are on YouTube. But anyway, people, that'll do for today. It's a few hours overall. Sorry for the wee technical difficulty we had earlier. I pulled my mic out, and for some reason, I couldn't reactivate the mic from this menu. There's no option. So there probably is, and I just don't know where it is. I might look to do more streams in the future as well, even just with other games, just different things as well. If any of you are on Xbox and I'm playing a multiplayer game, you are always we could do live things. I really should do Twitch more often, but I always forget. But if any's are ever on that as well, I'm always fine with people jumping in. I've done it before. But anyway, people, that will do for today. You have a good night, a good weekend. It will probably be Monday before I do anything again, because I always enjoy a little drink over the weekend, and I wouldn't recommend making videos when I do that because it ends badly. But use have a good weekend and keep an eye out for next week. I might even do it every night because there's a lot of editing to do. I think doing this live thing as well, one thing I'd like to look to do, if we ever have a pay-per-view where every match is announced and I'm not planning any surprises where I need to edit out menus or anything, I'd like to do a pay-per-view live. I'd like to do it live instead of just a premiere. But obviously, there would have to be no surprises because you're going to see me. I'd have to go back to the menus and things like that and click on things and stuff like that. But so the whole show would need to be start, loading screens, the lot. You would need to see it all but do it live. I would like to do that, so I'm always going to keep my eye out. For the moment, I've got a pay-per-view where I can do that, but I can't do it live at 9, 10 o'clock at night. That would be the problem. I'd have to do it during the day. I'd have to start it at now. Now would be the latest I could start it, because I've got neighbours around me, so I couldn't do it any different time than that. But anyway, people, I will let you go. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy your Saturday, your Sunday, and keep an eye out on Monday. Maybe Sunday, depending how I feel, but most likely Monday night. But I'll post in the community and that for that. So, yep, take care. And I will see yous after the weekend. And fingers crossed, a week on Sunday, the big bang. Fingers crossed we can get it all edited and done. Anyway, people, thank you. I'll let you go. Enjoy your weekend. Take care.